Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Welcome. Hey, Derek. Alright, one sec. Bro, why does chat break every single time I stream? So annoying. Chat box. One second. Sorry, Derp. Yeah, that's my bad. I'll be making a new video soon. And you're probably gonna get even more hate. My bad. Yeah, I haven't shaved in a couple days. Bro, I just grow like a goatee, but like none of this stuff grows, and I don't like it. So that's why yeah. Okay. Okay, now it just works. Great. I did nothing, and now chat just works. Bro got peach fuzz. Oh god. Okay. You know, fell in the rabbit hole of Roblox open source. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, that Discord server is amazing. They are so helpful. They know everything. Someone knows, like, if you have any question, someone's on it. Okay, let me make a announcement on my Discord. One sec. Oh, and turn on streamer mode. I always forget to do that. Oh, turned on automatically. Hype. Copy link. Okay, and then we go here, and we go here, and we go. You guys hear about the hatch event? Pretty hype. Pretty hype. Tower defense RNG will be in the hatch, believe it or not. That's exciting. Making me update the game. Damn Roblox. Hey Ultimox. What am I saying? We're saying dev stream live. Help. Cool. Whoa, that's like Inception. You can like see the Discord as I was typing. Okay. Working on game currently. For some reason the decals textures won't load. Did you upload it to the studio or the group? Or is Roblox servers just down? Yeah, so... Oh, whoops. We are going to be adding the, like, forklift, gadget today. It's going to be more so like I don't even know how to describe it. More like this than anything. Like, it'll fully wrap around, if that makes sense. Oh, you literally can't see that. Cool. It'll, like, fully wrap around, like so. Yeah. We're gonna be doing that. It should be fine. Hi, Dark Dog. Hi, Matas. I did a little bit of physics updates so that the bots don't so easily, like, go over each other, and they don't just tip over so much easier. Like, see how that kind of like went back down before today. The physics would kind of cause it to just like tip over, but now they kind of like want to be what's it called, horizontal. See, like this is the exact scenario that was just, it was like one spring hit and they would just tip over, which I didn't like. I don't know, bit of bits. Maybe check, maybe restart studio. Yeah, small things like that. Very cool. Here to support me with Blender. Thank you, thank you. I need it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, like I said before, Tower Defense RNG will be in the hatch, which is exciting. Or should be. I don't see why it wouldn't. I got the invite and accepted the invite. So, that should be fun. Yeah, and how much CC do you expect to get? Dude, I don't know. There's 1,000 games in it, so like I don't really expect much. Hey, Diego. But yeah, I don't know. We will see. We will see. Okay. So I just made this new class called forklift, and I'm already gonna change it because I think I want to call it the dumper. I feel like that's better. And not so copy. My voice got deeper. It's because I'm a little sick. I was at I was gone this whole last weekend. It was one of my best buddies' bachelor's party. It'll be fairly similar, Diego. Yeah. There's gonna be like one key difference. But for the most part, it'll be fairly similar. I think the forklift from Cats is like a really cool concept, so yeah. Are the eggs really supposed to be obtainable within 5 minutes of gameplay? Yes. Less than that. 2 to 3 minutes, they said. And it can't be like locked behind anything. They said basically it has to be like in your lobby, obtainable within 2 to 3 minutes were the requirements. So like basically like a simple obby course or something like that. Like I feel like that's probably what most people will end up doing. I don't really know what else you can do. It can't be like behind a paywall or like behind having to actually play the game. Okay, so we made a new class called the Dumper. And let's get... We're essentially going to have to... What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same constraint that I created, this hinge constraint, that the wheels actually use. But I think I can just use the same logic, but for this instead, and have it, instead of it being a circular shape, it would be like essentially a rectangle that's like way offset. And then I think it should just work. So yeah, let's try that. Forgot what the hunt thing is. That I think it's just like an egg hunt. Like you just go and find the eggs in the games. And I think I'll see if the I wonder if the eggs will become like limited again, like what they used to do. Because some eggs are like worth quite a bit of Robux now. Okay. So let's define some vertices first. Actually, hold on. Let's get this stuff to come through. Boom. And I'll do gadget data. And that will be part data. Can we win money? I don't think so. Okay, and then let's say dir equals dir part data battle part equals battle parts dot new. We can go from there. Hey sect, welcome everyone. My most original game idea, I mean, the Defenders Depot series I think was very original. Spawned lots of, it was like the first like sandbox tower defense game that like I've ever really seen, like in that style, I guess. At least on Roblox. I haven't really seen anything outside of Roblox either, but I feel like that kind of sparked a whole new like genre in a sense. Can you add a gadget that spins the bot around and adds checks to the back of it, cheeks to the back of it, and then crushes the other bot's nose with its arse? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah. And then let's define the vertices. Local vertices. Hi Karina. Have you ever played Terraria Calamity? No. Hi Mushi. Can I explain signal? Maybe in a second once I actually don't think I'll be using signal at all for this. Basically it's just like a way for your code, instead of like sending like do this function, it's you know, I'm listening for when something happens and reacting to it. Bro, derp. Knuckle sandwich, bro. For you. Let's see. 10. I'm gonna make like an offset rectangle. Something like this. And then we'll say local verts. Actually, bro, just copy this. Cool. That should be good. So we create the battle part, which is essentially an offset rectangle. So what I'm doing right now is we have our bot. Okay. Let's say we have, this is like the origin point of the gadget, and instead of creating a rectangle right here because that doesn't make any sense, we would create the rectangle up here instead. So I was just defining the vertices here. This would be like 10, and since we're technically going here, it'd be like 10, -2. It's just defining these points. And then we're gonna rotate around that point. Hey Co. So C-O-E. And then we'll say function dumper. The silliest name ever. Update. Oh, I never you know, created the type. And we're actually gonna be using the hinge constraint, like I was saying earlier. So it's gonna be using the same logic that the wheels are using, except it'll be like set up just a little bit differently. So let's actually do that first. Let's say, you know, we don't even need the battle part. Let's say local constraint equals hinge constraint dot new. It's a constraint on the body, and we send the body here. So actually, let's, instead of just doing a dot dot dot, we actually need to define these things. We send that direction, physics engine, body polygon. Physics engine dot physics engine, body will be polygon dot polygon. Thanks, Target. Appreciate it. I don't know if I need this yet. I'm just gonna actually hold off on that for now. The constraint will be constraint. So you say the first part, the second part that you're constraining. So I need to create a new part here. Instead of it being a battle part is technically not a part. It's essentially just like a hitbox. That's why I kind of realized I don't actually need that. I need to do local, I'm just gonna name it part. Local part is gonna be a polygon.new with verts, the density should probably just be body.density. Friction, do we want a lot of friction on this or a little? Probably a lot. Like, you want things to get caught on this. My data store is complicated? Really? I feel like it's not, but maybe just because I wrote the code. Let's just give it that, and it's not static. So then we say we constrain part to body like this. Okay, and then we have the anchor point, which is the offset, which should be sent here. Yeah. Or actually, where do we send it? Right here. So offset is going to be data template dot offset. Ooh. Oh, it needs to be a vector too. Okay. Do I need to remap that out then? In like the how the actual bot scene looks like from the server perspective? It doesn't exist. It's all purely math. Like, imagine it's just an equation, like 3 times 5. That's essentially all it is on the server. It just runs the equation and gets the result. So it's just pure math, which is amazing. That's how it should be. Oh yeah, so the offset. offset. We need to set the offset. We need to basically rotate points. Or actually, wait. No, we already do. Never mind. Yeah, I'm just... Because we do real offset, which... This time, sir, yeah. We send this already. Oh, and this actually already is a vector too. Hype. Do I need help with? Just, I like feedback. Hey, Naman Jesse. Welcome. No, I'm still just using default Roblox characters. Although, I know they are working on some new humanoid stuff. Okay, and then we need to say the parts collision group. Basically, these need to have like a special collision group. Yeah, we need to create a new collision group for these. So, yeah, we have to create a new collision group. And I'm gonna do this, it's like physics-based gadgets need to be in this group. I know that they have tried optimizing them. Like, I know it's in the works, but, so many things are based off of the absolutely horrible humanoids that there just needs to be like a whole like remake of it, and only like new games would be able to use the new ones. Like, it's just everything depends on it, so it's like such a massive change. They can't just like be like, oh, we're changing humanoids. They need to like make a whole new like character class or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, just completely detach from the humanoid. Yeah, exactly. Or like a property like legacy humanoids, and it would have to be opted in. That's true. Yeah, that would be better. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, that's why like it would have to be like an opt-in feature, because I think like every Roblox game would break from a humanoid change, or at least have some unexpected outcomes. Now, I will say the most the most, I think, in my opinion, what I would rather have than them redoing humanoids is to first get a server authoritative character controller. Because like, just for the fact that like making an FPS game has such a huge barrier of entry, because you need to make the entire server authoritative like controller first, or spend weeks on an anti-cheat. Mr. Chicken Rocket does have one, Chickenoid, but it hasn't been updated in a very long time, and it's still, you know, not perfect, obviously. I've spoken to a few people that have used it. Yeah. Here's what I've done, Eric. I don't know if you meant since the last video or what, but since the last video, not much, because I've been gone this whole weekend. Just some small physics updates, and then we're working on, this stream just started, so we're working on the new gadget. But I made it so that the bots don't like roll over each other so easily, and they don't tip over so easily now. Like here, before, like that exact scenario, the bot would be like completely tipped over. And the way I did it was kind of clever, because I didn't want like the actual physics to change much. So. Same exact thing here. That would have just stayed upright, but now it doesn't anymore. What is the new gadget? It's basically like, it's gonna be like this little like dump truck thing. Like the arm for it is what I'm thinking. It's like the forklift from Cats, basically. Do all the UI image assets get preloaded? No. You should only preload stuff that like absolutely needs to. Like, I can't even think of anything that would need to be preloaded currently. These buttons, I guess. Animations for sure. Animation should be. I agree. How did you implement the fallover stuff? It's essentially, I talked about it. I will talk about it in the next devlog. But essentially, there's just like, think of it like a goal angle. Like the bots have a goal angle of being straight up, and the further away from that angle they are, there's an opposite force that's being applied to get them to go to that goal angle. That's like, it's a little more complicated than that, but like at the end of the day, it boils down to that. No, it's not using any PID. Although that would be a cool system to do that. But I guess it's kind of difficult to do that because it's just strictly applying a force. So I don't know. It works out though. I think the end result here is pretty good. I'm focusing. So right now there's only the 2 gadgets. So I am getting like 4, I think is what I want to do. I'm just getting all the pure mechanical things out of the way, and then we're gonna add the actual gameplay elements. And we have like 2 more gadgets I think to add, and then we have all of the mechanics done. Yes, it will have multiplayer battles. But yeah, that is very true powered. Okay, gadget group name. Okay, then we need to add that to the physics engine. And I only want this to do it like this, actually. I only want this to be able to collide with the other bots. And wheels. Yeah, certainly. It is a big thing, powered. Rapid iteration. Quickly getting out something and iterating over it. Very important. Yeah, Cloverus, I do plan on doing that. Okay. To create the collision group, and now we need to essentially set it so that it doesn't interact with like anything but the other bots. Like wheels and man, that's actually kind of tricky to do. Okay, let's just start like this. Can they collide? Let's say gadget group cannot collide with the bot group, your bots group. Gadgets cannot collide with your attachments, with your gadgets, with your wheels, with your weapons, sure. So it can't collide with anything, and then also default. Amazing. This is not going to quite work because I want it to, you would still be able to technically collide with other gadgets from the other bots, which I don't want. But for now, I'm going to keep it like this. I've actually only tried Copilot when it comes to, like, coding assisters, whatever, AI assistant, whatever. But it gets my job done that I want, so whatever. He neither says. Okay, so now this should be able to collide with... Yeah, that makes sense. And then we need to say... Okay, I know this is like trash, and I'm gonna come back and fix this, because like, why am I saying this twice? But just trust me, we just are gonna get this working, and then we can optimize the code for readability. And then we need to say physics engine add object part with collision group. Yeah, Schmitty. I mean, I think I typically agree. There's definitely some things that, like, it's pretty good at, but, like, I feel like for the most part, my Copilot usage is boiled down to auto-completing mostly, like, the types, like this, that kind of stuff, and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. It's always getting better, but it definitely is prone to hallucinations and sucks when it gets to bigger projects. An extension minimalist. Yeah, I don't really have much. Pretty much keep it pretty basic. Okay, so we add the object to the physics engine. And then... Yeah, I agree, Schmitty. It is pretty bad. Like, you definitely need to know what you're talking about, otherwise you will get trapped in a wormhole of misinformation. Okay, we add the object to the physics engine, and then we need to add the constraint to the physics engine as well. Let me see how I'm doing that here. Target torque. That's fine. We will just have a constant there. So we need to set the target torque, set the max torque, set max speed, and then we need to add constraint. Just do that here. And then before that, we'll do constraint, set air bias needs to be very low. Like 0.001, because we don't want, basically the wheels are able to kind of move up and down, side to side. They're pretty lenient when it comes to how strict the constraint is, but this will basically mean that it's like super rigid. Yeah, maybe I will try it out at some point. Link my GitHub in the stream description. Yeah, I should. Good call, actually. Not right now, though. Okay, we set the air bias. We set the target torque, which I don't know what it is yet. We'll have to kind of play and like almost guess here until we find the right number. But for now, I'll just do dir times 300,000. I think that sounds about right. Okay, that's what this is. What's the radius? Yeah. Wheel info physics power. Oh, never mind. I know what that is. Okay. Set the max torque. Set max motor speed. So it's gonna have a pretty big torque, but the max motor speed will be pretty dang small. So let's say constraint, set max motor speed. Do like 10. I don't know. Again, we're just gonna have to play with these numbers. Then we add the constraint. How do I use snippets? I guess I don't use snippets. Is that like a feature of VS Code? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I've heard of them, but I've never used them. Like, I feel like that would only be useful if you have a lot of boilerplate code. Like, I think I've heard of people using that for like, to make a snippet of like an object-oriented like setup, like the constructor or whatever the hell. But like, I don't know, that takes like 30 seconds anyways, so it's not, I don't know, not that big of a deal. There's a reason you're not using math that huge there for the max torque. Because I don't want it to always be able to lift everything. Okay, so we add all this, yada yada yada. This seems good. Everything makes a lot of sense there. Oh, we need to say that the weapons cannot collide. Oh, we say that here, never mind. Are you trying to optimize networking for like, I guess what's your goal with the networking library? Is it supposed to be for lowering your like networking costs, like the data that's transferred? Or are you just trying to use like something purely convenient wise? Okay, I think this works. Oh, my bad. I usually zoom in when I'm streaming. I don't know if it was maybe blurry or something. Okay. So I think this will work. I'm just gonna leave these blank for now, which I know is like dumb. Why are you even doing this? But yeah. Okay. We'll end up doing these later. The actual model and stuff doesn't even exist yet, so this is just irrelevant. The whole update, it'll update internally through the physics engine. So we don't necessarily need that either. Oh, this should also be dir times speed. Oh, I really appreciate your work. The rest provided very interesting to find out. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I want to do some more tutorial-esque content videos. There's very time-consuming to make. But I do have one in the works currently. I know I've been saying that for like a week and a half now, but... Okay, let's just run this and see what happens. We are gonna have to make a new... Hey, Septics. Doing alright. Had a fun weekend. One of my buddies had his bachelor party. Assets. Let's just create. Yeah, I know this is gonna look so goofy, but just hold on. We're gonna say this is our thing for now. Cool. And we need to add the parts here. Yeah, this, not a chance this works, but I just want to like see what kind of happens. Let's turn on debug mode. It depends on what the VFX are, Splinter. Like the only one I've bought so far for this game is the explosion VFX. But like the other ones have been pretty simple. As a developer, what is the top 3 most important knowledge you ought to have to create and finalize the game for release? Knowing which stats are important and how to optimize the game for it. Think of your game like a YouTube video or a TikTok. The first, in this case, 2 minutes for a game is extremely important. Players should never be confused within the first 2 minutes. They should constantly be having something to do, constantly have an objective, constantly have something to keep them interested. Because without it, they're just going to leave. Think of it like a Mr. Beast video or an engagement-bait TikTok video. I think that's the #1 important thing. After that, it becomes, can you retain the players? Like, are they ever going to come back the next day? What in your game is going to make them come back? Do they want to keep on playing? Is there enough goals? Are there, if there aren't enough goals, what can you do to add those goals? Something for endgame players to grind towards. It sounds silly, but if there's no content at 1,000 hours, what's keeping someone playing after 50 hours? That's 950 hours that you just lost. It's like, even if it's something small, like a reward there. And obviously this can change depending a lot on the genre, but okay, we need to, let's just reset our data real quick. I mean, monetization is obviously really important, but it should be the last thing you think about when it comes to releasing a game. The game should be fun and playable and repeatable. Get the core game loop done, everything there, and then you can start thinking about monetization. And obviously monetization is super important. Where am I going? I'm going to start up. Let's reset our data. Good stuff, AM. Sticking it to the big studios. I love it. Yeah, they've offered me a couple times, and I've never found it worth it, their offers. Oh! Why is that not just automatically anchoring it? Yeah. Because it also heavily depends on the longevity of the game, right? Like certain, you know, cash grab games typically don't last more than 2 months. I actually don't want to use this body. Use this one. Boxing glove is the repulse, yeah. When do I think Rogue Garden will die? Not for years. Okay, we're gonna get a lot of errors probably. Yeah, okay. Teleport not found. Domper. Really? Oh. I never ran my thing. That auto, like... Yeah, there we go. It's powered. Oh, I've reset my data. I'm not gonna get one. Oh, no, I did. Okay, more errors. Oh. On the programming side, what are some things you suggest practicing to make development easier and quicker? I would say abstract when necessary, like abstract your logic into basically like compartments that make sense. Typically it's, you know, are you gonna remember this code in a month's time? That kind of thing, because you can spend an entire day just trying to understand the code you wrote 2 weeks ago and that kind of thing. Right. We have... Okay, this is gonna look so dumb, but I'm just gonna say battle part equals that. And even though that doesn't matter... No, I reset my data again. Okay, that's a lot of errors. Can't finish one project, how do you do it? Yeah, that's a problem that a lot of people have. Lots and lots of people have that. Oh, this isn't supposed to be dir. I mean, what I do is make goals and set them every single day, even if it's something small. Like, I have, yeah, I mean, I've showed this on stream a bajillion times, but I have a notebook next to me, and I write out my goals every single day of what I want to accomplish that day, and it can be something really small. Like, for example, earlier today, the thing on my list is the anti-tip over thing. Word for word what I have there. And, you know, I figured that out, crossed it out, and that's like, it's like the little, like, goals, I guess. Okay. You kind of see what I'm going for here? I think it's a little wide yet, but why is it rotating like that? Oh, they ran into each other. Did you see that? Okay, that's actually not that bad. Like, genuinely not that bad. Did you go to college for CS? No, I have a degree actually in computer engineering. Computer and electrical engineering, to be exact. But I wish I would have just done CS. Because I wasn't a huge fan of the, like, hardware side, but I loved all my computer science classes. Okay, we need to make the client battler. Let's run this at like 1/5 speed and see what's going on. What is that? What is what? Okay, we're rotating, we're rotating, we're rotating. Rotating the wrong way. Why are we so far though? Oh, that's funny. They collided down here, and you saw them, like, up on here, kind of react to that collision. It's pretty funny. The rotating objects. That is what the dumper will be. That's the actual physics object that's being that will react to the world around it. It's just not clearly not in the right spot. You're doing electrical computer engineering, I'm assuming. Because CS job market is cooked. Turns out computer engineering job market is even more cooked. I'm gonna end up taking some electrical hardware job. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. No, it's gonna like rotate around, I think. So why is it so far for rotating around here? Like, why is it so far over here? It's like not actually rotating around that point. Is it because the air bias isn't correct? Hell yeah, sect. Oh, I did the wrong way. I need to do 1 instead of 0. Yeah, see, I did like 0 error correction. It's like 0.6. You don't want to do too much, and 0.6 might be way too much. But let's see. How did I create the custom physics system like that? Check out my devlog series. The very first episode is focused completely on this whole physics simulation system. It's pretty complicated. Oh god. What? Ship it. It's ship it. What? Oh my god. That was at a 5th speed also. Okay. So why was that so bad? What? Is it because the max... Dude, at normal speed? Okay, let's see it at normal speed. Ready? Oh my god. This is Rocket League. Is it? Wait, why though? Target torque. Oh. So the target torque. So this is not supposed to be like that. Set max torque and set target torque. Do the max torque. My game file was gone. That's what GitHub is for. Everything's on the cloud. And it's on Roblox's servers too. Yeah, Power, that's a very great point. So what would happen in that scenario is when a active is used, the server would just essentially run the simulation after the battle has completed on the client. So the client says that it used the ability at this exact frame. Okay? And then the server would then run the simulation instantly, but use that frame and essentially use the power up. So it would still be like the server would know the exact, it would just be able to run the equation, right? But it wouldn't be able to obviously predict who wins, because it needs to know that it needs to have the information of when something like has been activated. Maybe that explains it. But if an ability isn't used, then we obviously wouldn't need to know like the whole, like the prediction would be correct always. Okay. I mean, maybe this max motor speed is just way too high. I don't really know. Like I said, these numbers are going to be total guesses. Torque multiplier. Power radius. Maybe this is just way too high also. No idea. Yeah. Why? I actually don't know why it does that. It's hilarious. Like, genuinely hilarious. But I don't know why it does that. Is this too high? Let me just bring this a little lower. Maybe it is too high. I guess because it's so far. Actually, no, this makes sense. This needs to be so much lower. Okay. Something's messed up. Something's 100% messed up. Why is this so fast? It's like it doesn't have a max speed. Also, like the max torque. Constraint. Add constraint. Constraint. Max speed. Max motor speed. If that, then yup. Nah, cause what? Bro, what the? Bro. What? Okay, what? I wonder if it's because... Doesn't really make sense though. What the hell? It's so random. This is the same code that the wheels use. What is happening? Let me just try something. If I do a circle, does this still happen instead of like something like that? Okay, so that's because it's right here though. Okay, I think it's something to do with like it being offset. Let me maybe change the offset so it's like yeah, this is a completely custom physics engine. Let me just try something. Make these 0 and these 5. I actually want this to be like 1, 2. Something is weird here. Okay. I simulate this, it's all math. Everything is math. Basically, it just each frame it updates the physics engine, and the physics engine handles everything. Exactly, Summit. Yep. What you see in like the actual workspace is completely just a 3D like representation of what you see here. It's like when it's offset, it just goes crazy. So weird. I wonder if it's just like... Try 1. Okay. Thing is, the max speed is super low anyway, so it shouldn't really matter, but... Yeah, like what? So bizarre. So bizarre. Wait, let me try something. If I do like -5, 5, or -5 like this, you put a shake weight. It definitely seems like it. So now the center is the center point there. So now we don't have any issues. So it's because the centroid is offset, I think. Oh, it's probably because the air bias is based off of the centroid. That's why. Because the centroid of this object is way off. Yeah, okay. Okay. So this is using this. I think it's all because of this. Yeah. Dang, how do I, maybe I can define an offset. It's essentially trying to move the centroid of the object to Is that what's happening? Yeah, okay. Hey, Dayline. What's your advice for someone who wants to be a programmer with a very high level of logical thinking and programming in general? Difficulties in physics, math, and some complex thinking. That's a big question. Just try. I don't know. Just try. Get started. Fail. Learn. So what's happening is, at least what I think is what's happening is the because the part is so offset, its position is like right here, but its part is all the way over here. So it's doing the centroid, which is the center of mass of the part, minus the position, and it sees this massive difference. So it's like there's this huge difference. We need to correct for it in the air, essentially. Because we're doing the world A minus, see, like, but I don't actually know what this, why are we doing it here? Why don't we do centroids right here? Why do we do positions? I guess that's my biggest... Like, I feel like I should just do centroid here. Because then it would be... Anchor A. I guess because the offset is based off of the position. Right. That's why we did position. Because anchor A is the offset anchor, which is the vector 2. Exactly. And then anchor B. So this is all based off of the position, when we could theoretically just change it to be based off of the centroids, then we aren't dealing with positions at all. Right? This is the only time we even look at the position. Yeah. Yeah, that's 100% what it is. Okay. So I don't think that would be too difficult. I think we would just take what we have here and change the anchor to be based off of the centroid relative to the centroid rather than relative to the position. Right? Object B set position, object A position dot anchor. Build pivot. Okay, and this is almost, this should always be 0. So this is essentially object A plus anchor. That's the world pivot. Yes, that's the pivot point. Correct. So let's just define anchor. I'm going to rename this and say positional anchor. Positional anchor. And then I'll say local centroid anchor. Do I know all the math off the top of my head? For the most part, yeah. When it comes to, like, I guess, some of the more physicsy stuff, like, this looks so much more complicated than it is, okay? This, don't get scared off because of this part specifically. This is just matrix math, which there is no built-in libraries to do matrix math, even all of this. Like, literally... Oh, I guess not the inverses, but those are used for the matrix math. Yeah, never mind. Like, this whole thing should be boiled down to, like, one function, like, matrix dot inverse, or matrix dot... Like, that's literally what I'm doing here. It's just Roblox or Luau doesn't have any built-in matrix libraries. And, like, no, I didn't know how to do this off the top of my head. I looked this up. Come on. Like... And, like, there's definitely some more, like, if I go to, like, my physics utils, you know, like, there's a lot of stuff in here that, like, I had to look up the formulas and then translate that to Luau code, if that makes sense. Okay, centroid anchor would be... We need to get the offset from the positional anchor to the position. So it would be object A dot position Yeah, Summit. There is a reason. It's because this code is like extremely. It needs to be. It's ran so often. It's ran multiple times every single frame for every single constraint. So it needs to be extremely, extremely optimized. And Luau is each function call actually has an overhead, basically, which sucks. It really, really sucks. So that was just a decision I made, and it was just that one matrix operation anyways. And I didn't really feel like importing an entire matrix library specifically for that one operation. Hey, boof boy. Where's all the Blender and Studio things? We're getting there. As soon as this we get this working, then we'll hop into Blender probably. So we need the relative angle, or relative position. Or I guess the position. Let's just do this. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then instead of using object A position, we'd use object A centroid plus anchor, rotate point, centroid anchor. Again, we would use object A centroid. Basically just removing everything positional. Offset B. We'll pivot. So this I think is fine actually. Offset B position. Is that fine? World pivot is based off of I think that's fine. I hope. Now the anchors are based off of the centroids. Because this is based off centroid, or now the anchor is based off of centroid, which is translated from positional anchor there. And because world pivot is now based off of centroid, the offset B is using world pivot, so it's based off of centroid. No. Doesn't need to be centroid. Yeah, okay. Because we're going to be using the centroid later on to do the math. Yeah. Okay. And then down here, instead of doing position, we do centroid. Boom. And now we no longer rely on position. Usually Snow, it's like the what the event was. So like a good example, if I go to my classes, bot builder input, we have a lot. So like we have a lot of different signals. So like the part fused signal, part removed, part move started. These are all signals here. Or sometimes like the changed keyword. I typically don't have like signal in the name. Typically it's bad practice to have the type in the name regardless of the type. Like that's not even a signal specific thing. Yeah, Silva, I agree. Okay, what are the odds this works, dude? Not a chance in hell this works, but maybe it does. I feel like this is gonna break everything, to be completely honest. Okay, it doesn't seem like everything broke, which is good. And then let's change this back to like, what was it? 10, 10, 15, 15. Really? Dang. I thought it was gonna work. I really thought that was gonna work. What? Why? Yeah, Kepi for sure. Oh my. Like the vision's there. The vision is so there. It just needs to rotate correctly. Huh. Yeah, wait. Now this just doesn't make sense because it's all based off centroid. We're literally adding it and then subtracting it. Oh, I guess no. We are using it here. Okay. I do want to see what my air vector is then. Okay. Let's print air vector. Let's change it so that bot I go against in flashes noob doesn't have a wheel. Okay, I have no wheels, they have no wheels. I'll go against noob. Start. Cancel. Oh wait, we can't cancel that. I should have canceled it way earlier. Okay, so it's like zeros. And then... See what I mean? I don't know if you can see this or not. but the positional offset just goes crazy high out of nowhere. It's in the work, RoboCrafter. In the works, just time consuming. I really thought that was gonna work. I don't really understand why it didn't. Thanks, Dayline. What am I making? We're making a new gadget right now that is being difficult. As you can see. Okay, wait. Let's redo. This is what we have right now. Where to offset? World pivot. Minus. Okay, hold on. I just want to see some numbers here. Battle. Absurd numbers. And then this is like a typical wheel, these numbers. Like the zeros. I know you can barely see that, but then we're getting like 40 for that. Because build a self-object A centroid. Anchor A. Anchor A is the centroid anchor. Is it trying to put them together? Is that why? Yeah. Oh. So it's trying to put the centroids together. Here. Like. Right? Or I guess, wait, what? No, it's not, because these cancel. No, they don't. They cancel out here. basically these points should be equal, but they're just not for whatever reason. Make repeat. Yeah, okay, these points should be equal. Or I guess not taking into account the centroid, they should be equal, which is what this is. Okay. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry. Had to grab something to drink. Hey, potato. Alright, what the hell's going on? I have my own networking library. It's on my GitHub. Okay. Try something. Oh. Do wheels still work? Yeah. Okay. Quiet laggy. I have it running at 1/5 speed because we were having issues, but I maybe just finished it or fixed it. Set this to like 10, max torque to like 300 300 sure. There's that. Please, 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 please work. Yo, that was literally it? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I changed 2 words. Okay. Hype. The max motor speed is gonna be way lower than that, like 5. Maybe less than 5. And this, we're just gonna have to play with the numbers because I don't know. 26. Oh, come on, don't kill me. Oh, what just happened there, though? That was weird. What? Why did it just reverse? What? Bro, let me live. I'm gonna die again. Okay, wait. Let me do this. What? What? I think it gets like stuck inside. What? What? Why does it like reverse? Like it gets like stuck and then it just wants to shoot out the other direction. This is bizarre. Okay. Okay. Like it's close-ish. Definitely like getting there. Like, why is it so fast, though? It just goes straight through them. It's so weird. Yeah, Hayden, I do. Yeah. Okay. That went about as well as I thought it would. Pretty funny. Oh, dang, this is so weird. Like, what is it doing? Why does it start so fast? Why does that happen? So many questions. Like, it just shoots through them. It's so weird. Okay. Let me slow this down. So weird. So weird. Hey, Lua. Like, is it not detecting the collision, or is it something else? Let me try. The problem, Robocrafter, is that spinning hammer is not physics based. This needs to be purely physics based because it is physically moving the parts. So, like, you have to do physics based movements, where with the hammer I'm just changing the orientation every frame and checking what it hit. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, we can go faster. We'll do like half speed. Like, what? Why did it just turn around? Yeah, this dot touch thing is using a signal. Like, it's just totally custom, yeah. I have no idea, Robocrafter. Hey, Resquick. We are struggling. Going on today's stream, we're trying to make a the flipper gadget, the forklift, or I named it the dumper, and struggling very much. How come? Because physics is hard. That's why. Speed. Person. What? Why? So weird. Like, what is that? It just either goes through stuff or just bounces off of it. It's so weird. So bizarre. Maybe this will help. Please don't kill me instantly. Please, 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 please. Thank you. What? That? I think I maybe understand what's happening. Maybe. Put the app in? The app for what? What? Oh, I already did. I did that earlier today. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, it's basically like people just join the game, find the egg in your lobby, and then leave. Like, I don't know. Yeah, which I actually think is a good thing that they do that. Because otherwise it would destroy your stats. Exactly. But I think what's happening is because the speed is so low in our physics engine code, when we collide with something, like so, I mean, I guess I could make the inverse mass like an absurd amount. Like, I could do part set inertia, do part dot inertia times, I'm just gonna throw out a random number, 100. And that will make a difference. I'm just gonna die before that happens. Flash. Okay, like, that still was trash, but it was better. But it's like something with inertia. Hmm. Um. Uh. Yeah, I can send it, but like I had to pay for it, so obviously don't use it in like any projects for educational purposes only. Unless you buy his Patreon. It was only like $5, but yeah, I'll send it one sec. Okay, let me try actually. I'm just gonna do genuinely insane. Something like that. The inertia's so high it's rotating the bot instead of it. Okay. I have all my Defender's Depot VODs. Wait, Defender's Depot vids? VODs? Oh, VODs. Stuck to no. I mean, I think Twitch deletes them after a while, don't they? Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess around with this quite a bit, I feel like. And maybe there's a better way to do this too. And I'm sure there is. Like, it just makes sense to me to use these, but I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, I am risk with my the data service like package that I created wraps around profile service. You know what, we can turn off half speed. Yeah, this thing is like so heavy, it just so interesting. I knew this one was going to be hard to make. Document service? I've never heard of that. Like, it wants to work. It's just not. Sounds like SAM sites? I don't know what that is. What's going on right now? I am struggling. Like, it wants to work. It really does. Genuinely a pretty difficult problem. Like, it needs to be some combination of, like... Let me live. Like, like this affects the actual bot way too much, you know? Like can barely move with it equipped, which is obviously bad. No, I scrapped that idea, Hayden. Would have been cool though, but I couldn't get the chamfer effect to work. Yeah, the bevel. Christ. Okay. Like, why did that just go straight through it? That's what I don't understand. Like, I would understand if it always sucks, but why does it go straight through it sometimes? So many questions. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest though, I think I'm probably gonna end stream here because I don't think I can figure this out on stream. And I'm just like sitting here thinking. But I will send that file to you, Syntac, if you're still here. Who's this? Yeah, this looks right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here though. Too difficult to figure out on stream, so GG. And thanks for watching. And yeah. Goodbye everyone.